Hi, air signs. I'm here with your May 2019 general outlook. As I just said, it's a general outlook, so take what resonates and toss the rest. If you don't find that any of this message resonates, you may want to also check your moon and rising sign as well. I also wanted to mention, in case you did not watch the earth signs video, that I have this beautiful new piece of art behind me, which is poured feather art, and it's done here by a local artist in Ohio. I'm not sure if she ships out of state yet or not, but her work is amazing. And so if you are interested, I have put that information down below. And also, if you would like a look into your specific situation, that information is down below. So with that being said, let's get started. As with the air signs, this is air signs, earth signs, I'm going to use the Mermaid Tarot, which is a new deck that I absolutely love. So let's see what's going on with air signs for the month of May. So this will probably tap into some current energies as we're still in April, but then kind of give us an idea of what's coming for air signs in the month of May. What's going on with air signs? Air signs. Okay, that one counts. There we go. Just the image on that card's alright. I didn't mean to scare anyone here, but wow. Air signs. What is going on with you guys here? Some heavy energy here, so I'm just trying to process what's going on. Okay, so I'm feeling like this could definitely be, I feel like this is a romantic situation. So the first card that came out is one of the, I wouldn't say it's, well, it's not a good card. Ten of Swords. The good thing about it is that it's not the 9. So whatever this incident was that tore you apart, it's already happened. So it's about closing that out right now, is what I'm getting. Whatever this is, absolutely decimated you. I mean, this is a very graphic card. We know this, that some of the swords cards can be pretty dark, but this is, you can see that the mermaid here was stabbed in the back, is bleeding all over, and it's cold, like they were left out in the cold, but their spirit is rising. They're going to overcome it. And I think what's keeping them stuck in this energy, and as you can see, what was in the past couple of weeks was the Tower, which is one of the worst cards in the deck, depending on your perspective. I mean, you know, I'm of the mindset I try to be that way on this journey. I have many towers that come about, and I try to look at it as a breakdown before a breakthrough. something you're cycling through over and over and over again, and it's not progressing. It may not turn out the way you want, but when the tower comes down, it's like that's the culmination, that's the wake up call, that's the okay, now I've got to rebuild and start over with something else. And what I'm hearing too is, and when you see these other cards, I think it's about rebuilding yourself and not trying to find something external. And maybe there's some codependent energy. I don't know why I'm picking up on that, but that's what I feel like. Just in the last couple weeks, there's been a tower moment that's left you feeling out in the cold. It's left you feeling stabbed in the back and in a great deal of pain. Because I think whatever happened, you were maybe expecting this other person to, with the Page of Wands, Page of Fire, to offer some sort of a passionate response or communication, or that it was going to open up this door to a new opportunity. You know, let's say it was not, maybe for some people it's not a romantic situation, maybe it was a job situation. Maybe you were hoping to, you know, you had something happen with your job and you were hoping that this other opportunity would open up, but you didn't get that news that you were hoping for. But that's the blocking energy right now that's kind of stuck from fully moving out of it, because this is why, I mean, you were hoping for that to happen. And the current energy right now is death, which death is really, in my mind, not a bad card. This image is very graphic. It's an oil spill, and they're rescuing these poor creatures under the water. So I apologize, air signs. This is not all the cards in the deck are. You got some good ones coming up, I promise. But the death for me, and not to digress, death is about closing out a cycle. And again, didn't I just say this 10? It's painful, but it's 10. It's closing it out. It's rising above it. You're starting the process of closing whatever this was out. And as painful as it is, you can see and you know deep down inside that in the distance, there's something else. There's another fire that's going to be there for you. You're swimming towards it. And there's a beautiful sunset there. It's kind of like I'm getting the energy. I mean, just the energy I'm picking up on the card. Sometimes I don't always go with the traditional by the book meaning of the tarot cards. So I just go with the energy that comes off of the images and those types of things. But it's almost like, all right, I've been through this hell. My heart's been broken. You can see the tattoos all over them. It's kind of like they're marked. But I'm ready to move on and be cleansed and be done with this. And that's what you're doing. You're closing it out. So the action forward, I'm seeing this. Okay, so the action forward is the Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting kind of the same sense I did with the King of Pentacles in the Earth Signs reading, which this is more about balancing energy within yourself, making yourself stable, making yourself have a solid foundation, be it, you know, Pentacles are traditionally finances, career, that type of thing. But just finding that light within you to heal yourself from the situation, to connect to the divine through the crown chakra. And there's a lot of green on this card, so I think it's about healing your heart from what's happened. Not only with this situation here, but possibly from childhood, because see, this Page of Wands is just this wonderful, I was going to say in awe, just this little child that has so much hope for the future. And I think maybe some of this is just this, whatever's happened is maybe brought up childhood wounds of rejection and abandonment. And this is saying, all right, it's time. This happened for a reason, because it's time to finally face this. Stop numbing it with alcohol, drugs. And I'm not saying everybody's doing this. This is what's coming, the messages that are coming out. Working too much, on the go all the time, not taking time to just sit down and feel it, okay? Because you've got the devil here. So the devil is a major arcana, and you can see, I mean, they're passed out. You know, a lot of times this is like I said, it's about addictions and those types of things. But there's nothing holding. I think this is a self-imposed cage. I mean, yeah, I think you can see it. I think the lock is actually unlocked on this. It's very hard to see it, but she could get out if she wanted to. She's keeping herself in this prison. And so what this is saying is, in order, okay, so you gotta go forward, connect to the divine, heal your heart, invoke this Knight of Swords energy to cut this shit out. Cut out this pain. Stop repeating these patterns of pursuing something that only brings you pain. It's like it's this repetitive thing. I feel like maybe, like, again, just I keep going back to childhood. We've got another page in here. But I feel like what happens, once you heal, you connect to the divine, you balance your energy, you release not only the pain of what has just happened to you, but dig deeper and go back into childhood and go that. Once you do that, once you get out of that cage, look what you've got coming. I mean, yeah, the Page of Pentacles. I mean, I know pages are young, but you've got this healed inner child. That's what I see. This healed inner child. I mean, look how beautiful this card is. You guys saw some of the graphic images in these other ones. The Page of Pentacles. I mean, there's fairies, there's rainbows. There's just absolute utter joy in this child's face. That's what you want. And once you find that within, you can start progressing up as far as, you heal that inner child, then you can become forth as a Knight of Cups. And again, this is gender neutral. This can apply to women as well. To have something to offer someone, not to say that you wouldn't have already had something genuine, but until you heal things that happen to you and love yourself, and there's not going to be the potential for a healthy relationship. There's a lot of, I feel like I'm picking up on toxicity, maybe in a prior relationship, patterns that repeat. Either you're the person, and again, not accusing, either you're the person engaging in these toxic behaviors, or you're letting people do that to you because you don't love and respect yourself enough. So that's what I'm picking up on. And then something just, sometimes I'll do this. You guys see me do this. I turned over the deck to see what was on the bottom, and we got the Fool, which is the new beginning. I think this came out in the earth signs as well, which is pretty amazing. You can see that this is actually kind of like coming full circle to me. Wow, you guys, look at this. So when the first card that comes out, Ten of Swords, stabbed in the back, bleeding, rising from the body, facing a death. You just had the Tower. I mean, everything just kind of came crashing down. But working on healing these things, getting yourself out of the cage, look at what happens. I mean, you're here on this frozen, cold tundra with swords in your back. But if you do the work on yourself and stop numbing and face the pain and heal these things, you can come out completely refreshed, completely revived, and have a whole brand new life. And that's the thing too, like I'm hearing, once you do this work on the more you do this work on yourself, it's going to raise your vibration and attract the things you want to you. So if you keep seeking and focusing on, well, if I just get this person to love me, why won't they love me? Or if I just had this job, if I just could get a better job, and or if I had a better car, if I had this and this and this, I would just be happy. It's seeking out other things is not going to make you happy. And I don't know why I feel compelled to say this story right now, but for the longest time, in I'd say my 30s, I desperately wanted a child. I wanted a baby so badly, and it was devastating for me to go through a divorce at, 36, 37 years old, and kind of think, well, that dream's probably going to die, or I may not have it. And here I am, this year, in November, I'm going to turn 40, and I'm at this point now where, honestly, I figure whatever God blesses me with, I'm fine either way. I've come to, at least for my personal situation, I was seeking something to love me unconditionally. Now that I've loved myself and I've found balance in my life, I don't really want that anymore. So I guess all I'm trying to say is, you may think there's something you want so bad and it's going to fill this void. Only you can fill that void. Once you start doing that work and healing those things and facing those things, you may be surprised to realize that the things you thought you wanted, the people you thought you wanted in your life, the direction you thought your life was going to take, it might completely change. It may completely change. I'm telling you, if you'd have told me, well, a year ago, I might not have been so surprised because I was about to start this business. But 2 years ago, if you'd have told me I'd be doing this, I would not have believed it. But it's changed my life. So you've got to do the work. You've got to focus on you and love you and heal yourself. Okay, so let's see. I don't know that we really need any clarifiers, but I do want to get some additional messages for you guys, because I feel like you're going through, at least for whoever this group is that's going through this, is having a tough time. But again, this is kind of what I'm picking up, I think, is the current energy here in April, but the outcome for May and what's going to happen in May, if you do the work on yourself, is actually a very, very beautiful outcome. Again, remember, you guys got this. And this page, that this inner child that's healed can become a knight, and then I'm sure eventually a king or queen. All the way up the chain. So, let's see. I'm drawn to these. Let's see what these have to say. These are the, I don't know if I've used these on a video before. I've used them on my page all the time, but these are the cosmic reading cards, and I'm probably going to butcher her name, but it's Nari Anastasia. Beautiful name. I don't know if I said it right. It's a beautiful name. All right. Let's see, air signs. What message do the cosmic reading cards have for you? Cosmic reading cards. Reading cards. What's coming out? Huh. Wow. Yeah. You can't make this up, you guys. What did I say earlier? So I said you've got to connect to the divine through your crown chakra, right? That's what you need to do. You need to heal and connect to God and focus on that. So the card that came out was Cosmic Connection, which, as you can see, I mean, this, on the video, at least from what I'm seeing, it looks like the chakras are glowing. I mean, this is absolutely just stunning. But it's this insect, which is kind of strange, but I think insects are very symbolic of fertility, of spring, of new beginnings, of metamorphosis, definitely. Shedding your skin, because some of them has exoskeletons that they like to shed. But that's what this is about. You're wanting to shed all this crap from the past that's happened and start over. And so, yeah, I mean, connect to the divine. You can't have a more clear message there. And the bottom of the deck was Be Fearless. And oh, and you've got strength as well. So it's just saying, just be strong. Look how beautiful this is. Strength and be fearless, because it is difficult. It's difficult to rise up from that. I should say it's kind of easy to stay in the numbing pattern. I've been there, and some days, honestly, I still am. Where it's just, you know what, it's easier for me to just not focus on this journey right now, and I just want to go out and I just want to have fun, and I just want to have a few drinks, and I want to forget everything. But the more you resist this, trust me, the energy, if you've not been going through it, this Pluto retrograde is bringing up stuff. It's getting harder and harder to ignore these things, because as the energy and everybody starts ascending and the vibration raises, it's just the more light that comes in with these Schumann waves, it's bringing up this stuff. And I mean, a lot of us that are on this path and that are sensitive to this energy, you don't have the choice. It's going, let go or be dragged. So I think the best advice I can give you is just to try to take better care of your body. Try to eat more plant-based foods. Try to eat a lot of vegetables, fruits, smoothies, juices, things like that. Drink a lot of water, and the more you start doing that and detoxing, you start feeling better, and you realize, all right, yeah, I don't really want to feel like that anymore. And I've noticed too with myself that the more I'm staying hydrated, the less I'm consuming things I shouldn't be, the better I feel when these waves do come in. I can process it a little bit better, and it's not quite as tiring. So, like I said, I mean, this energy's here, and it's, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to purge all this stuff out as intended? Do you want to move forward and ascend, or do you want to stay stuck in these patterns and try to numb it? Because at some point, I mean, yeah, facing the pain is hard, but it feels so good to get it out. And that, trust me, that doesn't mean it doesn't keep coming back. It's not, I mean, I'm not acting like I've purged every single issue. I mean, issues are still, I think maybe I move past it and then something triggers me and it comes back, but I'm more conscious of it. I'm more aware of, okay, yeah, that's why that's happening. Okay. All right. I need to go back and revisit this issue and get my crystals out and hold them and cry and not drink wine when I'm doing this. I need to absolutely feel every single rip and tear in my soul, and then just get it out. And it feels so good to do that. So that's the best advice I can give you. I feel like there's maybe another message that wants to come out. Let me see. Yeah. I'm all about mermaids today. I don't know why, but it's funny. A lot of the other readers, and one of my favorite ones, she just did a whole thing with a bunch of mermaid theme, and I don't know. Maybe because it's almost summer. All right, so this is the Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle deck. Air signs. Yep, positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people, situations, and avoid negativity. Isn't that what I was just saying about things that raise your vibration, not lower it? So lighter foods, lots of water, get out in nature. If you live here in Ohio, and I know there's a lot of other states as well that might be watching, but we have so many resources around us, metro parks, just beautiful places, neighborhoods that you can just walk in and just get out in nature, and it's free. And then set your sights higher. Set your sights higher, increase your standards, expect more for yourself, don't settle. So if somebody keeps stabbing you with the swords, you keep having tower moments, you keep getting hurt, they aren't giving you what you deserve, which is a soulmate relationship. It's time to move on. It is time to move on. And the best thing you can do, though, is not to try to search for another one. It's to work on yourself, connect to the divine. And once you do that, see, when you're in this energy, over and over again, the Tower and the Death, do you think anybody wants to be, that's not going to attract anything that you want, right? Right? When you get into this higher vibration, you cut the shit out, escape the cage, and you get into this energy, guess what's going to happen? You're going to start attracting the things that you want. And it may not be in the form you want it, or the person you thought you wanted, or the situation, but opportunities will start opening up for you. I mean, there's even coins here. So if there's a job, just things will start manifesting when you work on yourself and you raise your vibration. So that's the best advice I can give for you, air signs for May. So hang in there, and I will see you next month.